And as soon as you find yourself getting nervous and worried, I'm in the future. As soon as you find yourself getting regretful and sad, I'm in the past. As soon as you're feeling like, I'm no good, then you're in judgment. Those are just simple things. Is that fair? Do you understand all that?
Well, that's why I want to tap on judgment.
Okay, and what is it?
I love to judge myself and others.
There you go. Okay, so you say, and so if you can't get out of that judgment, then you tap your way out at that point. Okay? And we're going to do that right now. You're going to say, even though my mind loves to judge me and others. My mind is a judgment fanatic. It loves to judge everybody and everything all the time.
It loves to judge everybody and everything all the time.
It's made to judge. That's its job. The problem is it's gotten carried away. My mind has gotten carried away with judgment. And now I feel helpless to change it. That's the problem. But I can change it. No, I can't. I'm not stronger than my mind. I am my mind, remember? I told you that. I am my mind. And that's the dream. That's the illusion I live within. Here we go, top of the head. So my mind is a judge. That's what it primarily does every day. It judges everyone I come into contact with. They're not good enough. They're not smart enough. They don't know what they're doing. They know what they're doing and I don't know what I'm doing. That's my mind judging me in conjunction with them. Comparing, my mind is constantly comparing me to others. All of this is judgment. All of this is what the mind is intended to do, and it gets carried away with. And that's what causes all of my suffering, or much of my suffering. And I can't cope with it very well because I don't even recognize it when it's happening. I don't get it. Even as you explain it, I don't believe it. Because my mind will not allow me to believe it. Because it knows it's vulnerable if I get this. If I actually understand how the mind operates and can recognize it when it's happening, my mind is dead. It can't get over on me anymore. It can't cause me to jump into depression. It can't cause me to go into worry. It can't cause me to go back to my story from when I was a child. Or worry about what's going to happen to me in the future. None of that is real. It's all my mind. And it's all based in judgment. So I choose to stop all this judgment. I recognize I'm resistant to stopping the judgment because I just can't seem to do it. I want you to speak louder. I want to hear you. Because I don't believe this. None of this is making much sense to me because I still believe I'm my mind. Isn't that right? Yeah. Okay. And as a result, I don't see how my mind is going to stop my mind. That's the problem I have. How am I supposed to be the watcher of my mind when my mind is being watched? And it's the watcher at the same time. Well, I have a very smart mind that's sometimes a little segmented. And it just turns out I have that capacity. I actually have that capacity. And I can use that capacity to get beyond all this judgment. I choose to use that capacity now. So that whenever I see my mind at work, making me physically uncomfortable, making me emotionally distraught, catching me up in my story into the past, and my fears and worries into the future, there's a part of my mind that can step aside and watch the whole thing happen. That's the part I address now. It's the knowing part of me. It's the part that's directly connected to God and the all. It has a special knowing within it that goes beyond thinking. And it really affects the mind when it watches it. The mind does not want to be watched. It does not want to be observed doing its little deals. And so I now call upon my watcher, that part of me that knows all, to more carefully watch my mind as it goes through all its little games, tricks, and machinations. And watch it. It doesn't have to call it out. I don't have to call it out. All I have to do is recognize what it's up to. And the moment I do, I direct my mind to stop. Instantly. Unflaggingly, it'll stop. It's going to stop on the spot. And then the game is up. No more stuck in judgment. No more stuck in past and future issues. I can just be here now with a silent mind in presence. And that's what I want. When I'm in presence, I will find peace, joy, serenity, because I will be awakened in that moment. The next moment it may start all over again. But I will be awakened the moment my mind quiets. And that's what I truly want. Hands down, deep breath. So that's how to wake up from the dream of our mind. See, our mind keeps us asleep because it thinks it's actually helping us. It keeps us caught up in our dramas, our suffering, our upset, and our beliefs that we're not enough or that we're too much. All of this is the ego mind keeping us different than who we really are, which is just being here, just present. That's who we really are. We are a soul here now. When we actually act that out, feel that out, and play that out, that becomes our reality. And then peace, joy, and serenity arise naturally. And that's really what this is all about.